Scott, the Pirates have gotten off to some really good starts and some really rough starts this spring. It's been a few weeks since we've talked, so just bring us back through the tournaments that the Pirates have played.
Sure. So we played a one-day match versus Lewis and Clark State College on their home course of Lewiston Country Club about a little over a week or so ago. They're ranked in the top 15 in the nation in NAIA golf. Very, very good program, and we went down and had a really nice afternoon. It was the first time that we were able to play the ball down, which means we didn't have to move it for bad lies and stuff, which is considered winter rules. The greens were fantastic. The sun was shining, and Sam Pauley shot a 68, 4 under par, and won the tournament. And Caleb Belton shot a 1 under par 71 with a rough last hole to take second place. And we struggled to get a third and fourth score, so we ended up losing to them by 2 shots. But it was a great experience and kind of kicked off our charge to head to Alabama, where we played against the nation's best teams, including the #1 team in the country that just shot an unbelievable 2-day score. And we were overwhelmed a little bit, both by the championship-style course we played and just kind of the circumstances. And I think we were guilty a little bit of putting a little bit too much pressure on ourselves. And we tried to have the mindset that it was, not a whole lot to lose, but a lot to gain by playing in the event to try to take that pressure off. But ultimately, we just, we didn't play our best. But I think it'll serve us really well, with our remaining schedule. And then for those guys that will return, next year and beyond, be a great experience moving forward.
We're heading into the championship portion of our conference schedule with the Spring Classic and then the conference tournament coming up. Is your lineup set, or are you still working things out?
Sure. We feel like our top 3.5 to 4 is probably pretty much set. Those are guys that over the last, couple years, and most importantly this fall and then early spring, have kind of secured their spot in the lineup. We're still looking for a 5th score in our tournaments, and it's not that it has to be the 5th player playing in the 5th spot, but just we've done a really good job of shooting 1 or 2 or 3 really good rounds and then having a 4th score that's a little bit higher, and then having that 5th score, meaning we count 4, so you throw out the worst score in a college golf tournament, so you play 5 and count 4, and just having the 5th score being one that is really competitive as well, it takes the pressure off of that final spot, when counting scores in the lineup. So we're still fighting for a spot, and the next couple days we'll be qualifying for the Spring Classic that's coming up this weekend, but we do have 4 secured spots.
And give us a quick preview of the Spring Classic over in Tacoma. How does the course shape up? What kind of play will it demand, and
Sure.
and how will that impact us?
Yep. So, we're 1 point back in the standings to Willamette. Willamette has a fantastic team, senior dominated with a lot of experience. The last time at Whitworth we played an event there would have been Caleb Belton's freshman year, going all the way back to Riley Hagerty and Sam Stiles and some of those guys on the team. And it was actually my first year here at Whitworth, and we got second place in the Northwest Conference tournament that year. So Oak Brook is a tight tree line course. It demands keeping the ball in play. The trees are so thick and so tall that in many cases when you get in them, you just have to punch it out sideways. So you have to kind of take your medicine. The course we just played in Alabama wasn't as tree lined, although there was a significant amount of trees, but just an insane amount of water hazards that were in play on almost every hole. And then on the other side of the fairway from the water hazards, you had really deep sand bunkers. So, I think at least for the guys that were in that event, that Oak Brook, even though it's tight and tree line, will feel almost wide open, knowing that if you hit a tree, you still might be in play as opposed to hitting in the water where, you just wasted a $7.50 golf ball. The field will be tough. The course will be tough and challenging. The weather could be rainy and in the high 40s, low 50s, so something we're very used to around here, and it's going to take a really big-time effort by all 5 guys, whoever that is in the lineup, to get this done, put ourselves in position in 2 weeks when, from the conference and season-ending conference tournament, to be in position to, to win that, the regular season conference standings.